Imagine walking into a courtroom facing 2 to 20 years in prison and still acting like nothing can touch you. That's exactly what happened in this shocking courtroom moment. The defendant was standing before the judge on a serious burglary charge, but instead of showing respect or concern, he appeared smug and careless throughout the hearing. From the very beginning, his attitude caught the judge's attention. It quickly became clear that the judge wasn't impressed. Then the judge asked him a simple question: the birth dates of his own children. What should have been an easy answer suddenly turned into an awkward moment. The defendant struggled to remember, hesitating and fumbling for the dates. The courtroom fell silent as the judge watched closely. To the judge, this wasn't just about memory, it was about priorities. The judge pointed out that if a man can't even remember important details about his own kids, it raises serious questions about the choices he's making in life. The defendant's smug attitude started to fade as the reality of the situation slowly set in. Despite the tension, the judge still offered him a chance, a plea agreement that could keep him out of prison if he followed the rules. Hoping for the best outcome, the defendant accepted the deal. But when the judge announced the sentence, the defendant's reaction said everything. He was sentenced to 10 years, suspended and probated for 10 years, along with fines and restitution. At first, he looked shocked, thinking the sentence meant immediate prison time. However, the judge clarified what it really meant. Probation meant he wouldn't go to prison right away, but if he broke the rules even once, those 10 years behind bars would become very real. In the end, the judge made one thing clear: the defendant had been given a rare second chance. Now his future depends entirely on whether he chooses to follow the law or throw his freedom away.
And you're charged with burglary of a habitation force. That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense in count 1, paragraph A, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? All right, off the record for a moment. Deputy Laura, is he able to move to the other end?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We're back on the record. State, do you have any evidence to support the plea?
At this time, the state introduces State's Exhibit 1 and all of its attachments.
No objections.
Mr. Farris, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? All right. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Judge, just that Mr. Ferris is very motivated to do well in this probation, and he asked that the court follows our agreement. The only other thing that I would ask, Judge, is if you would probate the fine. He is indigent.
All right. So, Mr. Farris, if you're released, where would you be living? Do you have a place to stay?
Yes, I do.
All right. So who would you be living with?
My wife.
I'm sorry?
My wife.
All right. Are there any issues?
Not in our communications today, no, ma'am.
All right. Does your wife want you living with her?
Of course. She had 2 babies.
Well, I mean, just because a female may have someone's child, that doesn't necessarily mean that they want them living with them.
I would tell for her.
Well, I mean, again, people can help with children without living with someone. So here's the thing. If you end up seeing your wife and she doesn't want you staying with her, then you can't stay with her.
Okay.
All right. And are you all legally married? Did you go to the courthouse or did you have a ceremony?
When's the courthouse?
Okay.
Paid $150 for it.
All right. How many children do you have?
2. She just had them.
Ages?
1 and just had it. The other one, 2 boys.
Okay. What are the dates of birth?
What is their birth?
Mm-hmm.
She had one around probably December. The other one she was at
But no. You're giving me a month, but what is the child's date of birth? If the child, if the child is expecting a birthday gift from you and they want it on their birthday, when would they get it?
See that February, that right there? Yeah, somebody on it there.
All right, so you're saying February
They're
3rd.
7 months apart.
So that's one. So what's the date of birth of the other child? You're gonna have to do better. You understand?
I'll try. I'll try.
All right. That's a tattoo you can get on your arm instead of what you
I
have
was gonna get two tattoos.
with their dates of birth.
Yes, my word. I don't even know. They gave it to me.
Who is they?
Some friends of mine. I don't know. I don't know none of this. It's probably my computer. I don't know.
I mean, when did you receive that tattoo?
A long time ago.
Okay. So why were you in this apartment?
I was helping my friend move, doing a good deed. I just moved out of his couch and that was it. And she said I took something. I didn't take nothing. All I did was help us move the couch. And that was it, man.
All right. Do you want a jury trial?
I just helped the guy out moving. I was the guy.
No. Here's my question. Do you want a jury trial or you want to go forward with this plea agreement?
I just want to get out.
No, I mean, do you want to have a jury trial or do you want to go forward with this plea? Because if you want a jury trial, then we will give you a jury trial, quick, fast, in a hurry. It won't be today.
I know that. But with this plea, I'll get quick and hurry out.
I'm sorry, what?
That plea, I'll get quick and hurry out.
Here's the thing. When people think about doing plea agreements and their goal is, I want to get out, there are consequences to all of these cases for entering into pleas. So with this one, it's a criminal conviction and you're not going to be allowed to have any weapons or ammunition because it's a criminal conviction.
Weapon I have
Sometimes these pleas affect your ability or impact your ability to obtain an education and receive financial aid. Sometimes it impacts your ability to have certain forms of employment that requires licensing. It affects and impacts your ability to register to vote because you're a convicted felon. You won't be able to register to vote until you are no longer on paper. So if you want to go forward with the plea, the court will place you on probation. If you wish to have a jury trial, then the court will set this for a jury trial. So do you wish to go forward with this plea?
I want the plea. I want to get out. I mean, I just would be that child for now. He supposed to be my friend. I didn't even enter the house.
Well, let me just tell you what I read.
The couch out.
Let me just tell you what I read in the police report. It mentions your good deed, but if you're doing a good deed, you don't accept payment for it. So this is what's in the police report. It says, victim 1 and victim 2 were in the process of moving out of their apartment. Victim 2 asked you, which is described as AP, which stands for arrested person, to help with the move, and he would pay him some money. Arrested person stole victim 2's bicycle and left the location. While victim 1 and victim 2 were out dropping off belongings, the arrested person returned and entered the apartment without victim 1 and victim 2's consent. Arrested person took victim's property out of the apartment and left the location. Arrested person returned for more property and was caught by victim 2. Victim 2 detained arrested person until police arrived. So I will place you on probation. It's completely up to you. But if you want to go to a jury trial, we will give you a jury trial as well. So this is going to be my last time asking you, do you want me to go forward with placing you on probation? That's a yes or no.
Probation.
All right. Then this is what the court will do. The court will sentence you to 10 years in prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's $1,000 fine that'll be probated. Take into consideration 2022 CR 8418. There's to be $500 restitution and no contact. All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Ferris, you need to learn the birth dates of your children. You only have 2. Some people come here, they have 10. And you need to be a better father to them because they're expecting you to be in their life. All right?
Imagine walking into a courtroom knowing that your entire future hangs in the balance. The charge, burglary, the stakes, 2 to 20 years behind bars. For most people, this would be a moment of fear, of reflection, of realizing that every choice up to this point has led here. But for this defendant, it was different. From the moment he entered the room, there was an unmistakable air of arrogance. He sat confidently, smirking, shrugging off the gravity of the situation, as if the law was a game he could somehow win. The judge immediately noticed. Judges see through bravado. They see excuses. They see attempts to charm the system. And nothing escapes a courtroom-trained eye. Early in the hearing, it became painfully clear that this man's priorities were misplaced. When asked the birth dates of his own children, he hesitated. The answers didn't come quickly or confidently. They came as guesses, fumbling, awkward, and telling. For a parent, a moment like this is revealing. For the courtroom, it was a statement of character. The man who thought he could charm his way through consequences was suddenly exposed. As the hearing continued, it became clear that this wasn't just about memory. It was about values, choices, and accountability. Here was a man facing serious prison time, and yet the most important people in his life, his own children, were not top of mind. The courtroom became a mirror, reflecting a life filled with poor decisions and misplaced focus. Every question from the judge highlighted a disconnect between what should matter and what the defendant actually prioritized. Despite these moments of truth, the defendant continued to project arrogance and defiance. He interrupted, he gave curt answers, and he carried himself with a confidence that bordered on disrespect. Yet the judge remained calm, composed, and deliberate. There was no yelling, no theatrics, just a steady hand guiding the courtroom and a sharp eye discerning the truth. And then came a turning point, the offer of a plea agreement. This moment could change everything. A plea deal isn't just a legal maneuver, it's an opportunity for reflection, accountability, and a structured path forward. For the defendant, it was a chance to face the consequences in a controlled way, to avoid immediate imprisonment, and to possibly salvage some part of his life. After a tense pause, he agreed. He hoped for a quick resolution, for an easy escape from the chaos he had created. But the moment the sentence was read, reality hit hard. 10 years, suspended and probated for 10 years, along with a $1,000 fine and $500 in restitution. His reaction was instantaneous: shock, disbelief, confusion. He had heard the word probation, but did not understand the depth of its meaning. Probation is not freedom without responsibility. Probation is a test, a second chance, a warning. Fail to follow the rules, and the prison sentence becomes very real. In that moment, the courtroom shifted. This wasn't about punishment alone. It was about opportunity, reflection, and accountability. The judge had given him a rare second chance, a chance to reevaluate life choices and to decide whether to rebuild or to continue down the same reckless path. The message was clear. Freedom is conditional, and it must be earned every single day. The tension in the courtroom was palpable. Everyone watching could sense the gravity of the situation. This wasn't just a man facing consequences. It was a life hanging in the balance, teetering between redemption and ruin. The judge's calm words contrasted with the defendant's visible panic, showing how the law is both strict and fair. It punishes wrongdoing but also offers guidance, structure, and the possibility of change. As the defendant processed what had just happened, one thing became clear. His attitude and choices had brought him here. Smugness, carelessness, and arrogance cannot outsmart consequences. Life, like the courtroom, is a mirror. You get out what you put in, and poor decisions have a way of catching up. But there is also hope. Probation isn't a punishment, it's a lifeline. It's a chance to prove that one can act responsibly, honor commitments, and rebuild trust. This story is a reminder that arrogance and carelessness carry consequences, often far heavier than we anticipate. The courtroom is a reflection of life itself. Every choice, every mistake, every action matters. And while the law can punish, it can also guide, teach, and offer a path forward. The defendant may have walked out physically free, but the reality of probation is a daily test. Every decision, every action from now on will determine whether those 10 suspended years remain suspended or become a reality. As the hearing concludes, one can't help but reflect. The courtroom doesn't just deliver justice, it delivers lessons. It shows that life's opportunities are finite and that freedom must be earned through responsibility. One careless choice can lead to decades of consequences. One realization, one decision to change can redirect an entire life. The judge's words resonate long after the gavel falls. The defendant has been given a fair chance. The rest is up to him. Every step forward, every choice made under the watchful eye of probation will shape the next chapter of his life. This is not just a story about a court case. It's a story about priorities, accountability, and the rare, invaluable opportunity to turn a life around before it's too late. For those watching, this is a powerful reminder. Arrogance, carelessness, and neglect may seem harmless in the moment, but consequences are never far behind. And when a second chance is offered, it is not a gift to take lightly. It is a responsibility, a test, and a lifeline all in one. The defendant's journey is far from over, but one thing is certain. The courtroom has spoken, the law has acted, and now it's up to him to decide whether to embrace the second chance or squander it forever.